Alright guys, so we're gonna jump over into space news. Tessa, thank you for playing with me. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Lots of fun.
Alright. See you, buddy.
See ya.
Okay. So yeah, early hours got a little bit condensed today, but that's okay.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
We'll jump into space and rocket review, and then we'll kind of go from there. Hey, Voidify, what's up? Been a while. Yeah, hey, 5-month resub. Thank you. One Minecraft. Saturdays. Saturday is the Minecraft save. Coffee. You has the space news links. All right. Electron, Astra. Cool. All right. I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. Bottle rocket news. What is this? Yeah. What the frick? I don't what? I don't. Did it? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That's awesome. All right, we'll check that out when I get back. Guys, I don't have any food in the house that's cooked, so I'm just gonna drive down to the local corner store and grab something to eat. I'll be back probably about 20 minutes. Probably just a little bit more than that, but yeah, I'll be back momentarily. That kind of work can be done over the weekend. Big ol' Mr. Ganesh. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. You know what? I'll put on one of the vidges. Brimo not home? No, Brimo's here, but she's working. Local corner store is code for Mickey D's. Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. Actually, no. I'm gonna go get Chroma Pizza, I think. All right.
In the early days of our republic,
I'll be back in a second.
Americans watched Yankee clippers glide across the many oceans of the world, manned by proud and energetic individuals, showing our flag, breaking records for time and distance, opening up new vistas of commerce and communications. Well, today, I think you have helped recreate the anticipation and excitement felt in those home ports as those gallant ships were spotted on the horizon heading in after a long voyage. The fourth landing of the Columbia is the historical equivalent to the driving of the Golden Spike, which completed the first transcontinental railroad. It marks our entrance into a new era. The test flights are over. The groundwork has been laid. And now we will move forward to capitalize on the tremendous potential offered by the ultimate frontier of space.
when thousands of civilians began pouring onto a military base located on a desert in the middle of summer, early on a Sunday morning, one could sense the day's events were going to be special. Spectators came to Edwards Air Force Base from all over the nation and all walks of life to celebrate the nation's 206th anniversary of independence and witness historical events more spectacular than the typical 4th of July fireworks display could ever hope to equal. The fourth landing of Space Shuttle Columbia, world's first reusable spacecraft. Columbia's first landing on a concrete runway, officially ending the orbital flight test program. Takeoff of the second orbiter in the shuttle fleet, Challenger, on its ferry flight to Kennedy Space Center, Florida, to be launched into space in the early part of 1983. And with Shuttle Pathfinder Enterprise as backdrop, the announcement of America's new space policy by President Ronald Reagan.
Beginning with the next flight, the Columbia and her sister ships will be fully operational, ready to provide economical and routine access to space for scientific exploration, commercial ventures, and for tasks related to the national security. Simultaneously, we must look aggressively to the future by demonstrating the potential of the shuttle and establishing a more permanent presence in space. Our goals for space are ambitious yet achievable. We've only peered over the edge of our accomplishment.
Surely, our accomplishments began with Columbia's first launch in April 1981.
Engine starts. We have main engine starts.
Roll program. Go. Roger, roll. Roll program complete. Roger, roll complete.
Looking back at that spectacular event and the performance of Space Shuttle during its first 4 flights, there seems little doubt now that it is a reliable, reusable space transportation system. When Columbia first arrived at Kennedy Space Center in March of 1979, there was some skepticism. 2 factors were leading to major delays in the launch schedule. The quest to advance the state-of-the-art in space technology, particularly in engine design and thermal protection, plus budgetary limitations imposed on development and testing of shuttle systems. With 2/3 of shuttle's tiles already on the vehicle, it was discovered that the bond was not strong enough to keep the tiles from falling off during high-stress phases of flight. The fix, called densification, required that most of the tiles be taken off, coated with a material to increase the bonding strength, then reapplied to the vehicle. The process took over 1 year to complete, but it worked. During the orbital flight test program, only undensified tiles showed weakness along their attach points on non-critical areas of the vehicle. Shuttle's main engines achieved the state-of-the-art in rocket engine technology. But as with any research and development program, confidence in the design came only after years of testing, learning, and some mistakes. Problems encountered during development of the engines were related to the unique requirements that had to be met. Reusability, up to 55 flights with minimum maintenance. Ability to throttle down to 65%. Lightweight, yet the capability to withstand extremely high chamber pressure. Pressure needed to generate the thrust for liftoff. Many failures that occurred were due to the tremendous pressures and vibration levels created trying to produce the needed thrust. But one by one, the problems were solved. The design was proven long before the first launch.
Go for auto sequence start. 9, 8, keep breakers closed. 5, 4, we've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
Columbia was launched. Again. And again. And again. Four times within 15 months, traveling over 8 million miles during the first 4 flights. "314 revolutions around the Earth. 19 days on orbit." But beyond the statistics, a far more important goal was achieved with completion of the orbital flight test program. The foundation for our future was built, step by step, mission by mission. The goal of STS-1 was, quite simply, to get up and get down safely.
Columbia, Houston, you guys did so good, we're going to let you stay up there for a couple of days. Your goal for on orbit.
When astronauts John Young and Robert Crippen heard that announcement, they knew the mission was at least half a success. When returning from space, friction created by entering Earth's atmosphere blocks communication between mission control and the astronauts for 15 to 20 minutes. But it is also precisely during that time that temperatures on the vehicle surface reach their peak and shuttle structure undergoes its most stringent test. On Columbia's first flight, no one could predict exactly how shuttle would perform during that phase.
Hello there, Houston, Columbia's here.
Hello, Columbia, Houston's here. How do you read?
Plan clear, and we're doing Mach 10.
With voice contact reestablished, spacecraft and crew had safely passed through the most critical phase of entry. Landing was the final test.
Right on glide slope.
Flown as a glider, Columbia landed without power on the first and only attempt.
You're coming. You're down. 50 feet. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. 3. 2. 1. Touchdown. There's gear. 10 feet. 5. 4. 3. Touchdown. Houston, Columbia's on the roll.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
Columbia's second flight was the first opportunity to evaluate the Canadian-built remote manipulator system. Manual functions were tested by astronauts Joe Engel and Richard Truly. Automatic functions were computer-controlled. The arm performed successfully in all operating modes. Preliminary thermal tests of the vehicle were also begun on Flight 2. One thermal attitude resulted in the payload bay being pointed toward Earth for extended periods of time. During those periods, a package of 5 Earth-viewing instruments, designated OSTA-1, was activated. The package, composed of low-cost commercial-grade sensors previously flown only on aircraft, and instruments flown on individual satellites or past manned missions, collected the first Earth resource data using shuttle. The ability to mount all 3 types on Columbia greatly reduced the expense of acquiring the data.
Okay. 100, 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, 3, touchdown. Nose gear 15. 10, 5, 3, touchdown. Welcome home. Thank you, Chase.
Flight 2 proved shuttle was truly a reusable space transportation system. Third flight of Columbia was primarily a thermal test of the vehicle, exposing it to the most extreme temperature differentials it could encounter on orbit during upcoming operational flights. No facility on Earth could simulate the same heating conditions Columbia would experience in the vacuum of space, where temperatures could vary greatly from one end of the orbiter to the other, depending on its orientation to the sun. The thermal tests determined precisely what effect different attitudes had on shuttle structure. The vehicle suffered no adverse effects. Evaluation of the remote manipulator system continued on Flight 3. Astronauts Jack Lousma and Gordon Fullerton tested the system's payload handling capability. First order of business was unberthing. Although clearance around the payload was only 2 inches, Fullerton unberthed in just 5 minutes, much quicker than had been predicted pre-flight. Using the plasma diagnostics package, 7 computer-controlled automatic movements of the arm were evaluated to prove scientific instruments could be maneuvered in and around the payload bay.
Only some general comments on the arm operation. The operation is smooth. There's definitely a little bit of flex and dynamics, but in the augmented modes, that's very minimized. Really no surprises. If there are any surprises, they're all pleasant. I'm really impressed with that piece of machinery.
Hey, that's great news, and we were impressed too.
The plasma diagnostic package was one of 10 instruments making up a scientific package on Flight 3 called OSS-1. Shuttle's movement through the ionosphere, electrical buildup on surfaces as it circled Earth, and electromagnetic interference between the ionosphere and electronic equipment on board were evaluated by the OSS-1 instruments to ensure that these phenomena would not adversely affect scientific instruments or sensitive astronomy observations on future shuttle flights. On Flight 4, the Induced Environment Contamination Monitor was used to check for contamination in and around the payload bay, created by thruster firings, outgassings, and water dumps. 11 separate components of shuttle's induced environment were measured. The desk-sized monitor was the heaviest payload lifted by the remote manipulator system during the orbital flight test program. Thermal tests on the vehicle were completed during Flight 4. The first Department of Defense payload was on board. The spacesuit to be used for extravehicular activity on Flight 5 was tried on during Flight 4 to practice the procedure. And astronauts T.K. Mattingly and Henry Hartsfield conducted a thorough evaluation of on-orbit procedures for the upcoming operational era of spaceflight, when Columbia will launch into Earth orbit on a routine basis. An ongoing task on all 4 missions of the flight test program was to evaluate living conditions. This unique device, designed by a fellow astronaut, allowed the user to monitor his own heartbeat while jogging. Alternate methods of anchoring oneself in weightlessness were also appraised. Very busy schedules are forecast for upcoming shuttle flights, when crews will be comprised of at least 4 people, including women. Procedures on the ground are being streamlined for the operational era. Processing time was cut in half during the orbital flight test program. Presently, it takes approximately 13 weeks to prepare the space transportation system for launch. It is projected that by the mid-'80s, there will be 2 shuttle launches per month. The number of people in mission control is gradually being reduced. Some positions have been eliminated. Others have been consolidated, which represents a clear indication of confidence in Columbia's systems. While this monitoring is being streamlined, payload monitoring is increasing. A new area called the Payload Operations Control Center was activated during the orbital flight test program to give mission controllers, payload managers, and commercial users the opportunity to develop monitoring and data acquisition procedures for upcoming flights. Experiments in life sciences were carried on board Columbia during the orbital flight test program. A preliminary study of lignin growth in zero-G was conducted. Lignin is an indigestible skeletal substance which promotes strength and upward growth in woody plants. It is hoped that in the absence of gravity, woody plants might not need to produce as much lignin, and instead will produce more digestible nutrients, such as carbohydrates and protein. The effect of weightlessness on some flying insects, bees, moths, and flies was studied. The project, conceived by a high school student, was one of 3 experiments flown on Columbia as part of an annual science competition co-sponsored by NASA and the National Science Teachers Association. Equipment to process materials in zero gravity on future flights underwent initial testing during the orbital flight test program. The monodisperse latex reactor made polystyrene latex microspheres to determine if large identical-sized latex microspheres could be manufactured practically and economically in space. Presently, large microspheres cannot be produced in uniform sizes on the ground. Yet medical and industrial applications have already been found in cancer research and treatment, glaucoma research, and for calibration standards in medical and scientific equipment. The continuous flow electrophoresis system, built by McDonnell Douglas Corporation, is a prototype of a production unit to purify material for the treatment of disease. The process separates substances according to their electrical charge. Hopefully, yields from the production unit will be high enough to make the product available to a mass market in the future. Results from the prototype's first flight showed that a very thin, yet highly concentrated stream of protein substance on the left was separated from red dye on the right. The thin protein stream, only a portion of which is shown here, is actually over 43 inches long and is 300 to 400 times more concentrated than yields obtained from the same process on Earth. The continuous flow electrophoresis system represents the first commercial use of shuttle by private enterprise under a joint endeavor agreement between NASA, McDonnell Douglas Corporation, and Ortho Pharmaceuticals Corporation, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. A unique opportunity to put small, self-contained payloads aboard shuttle on a space-available basis at a very low cost exists in the Getaway Special program. After proving its flight readiness on Flight 3, the Getaway Special was fitted with 10 experiments built by science students from Utah State University and flown on Flight 4. Deposits for Getaway Specials on future flights, private enterprises' interest in flying payloads on board shuttle, missions planned into the next decade, all reflect the confidence this nation has in the space transportation system. All objectives of the flight test program were achieved. 2 of the most significant events were not planned. Just prior to the 3rd launch, tons of landing and recovery equipment had to be transported from California to New Mexico, a 1,000-mile journey, because heavy rains in California prevented a landing there. An entire encampment had to be built at the New Mexico landing site, Northrop Strip, and the task had to be completed within 4 days. Just prior to landing on the same mission, only 1.5 hours before touchdown, an unexpected sandstorm blew into the area.
As you could probably surmise, the winds have been coming up all day. It was still acceptable until his last pass, but during John's last pass, The visibilities were unacceptable and the turbulence was severe, so it's not a good day, and we're going to wave off for 24 hours. Over.
Plans were implemented immediately to stay on orbit an extra 24 hours.
We've had a good drill.
The flexibility to remain on orbit until weather conditions improve and land at an alternate strip could not have been demonstrated by previous spacecraft. Only the shuttle has that capability. It meets a need, providing access to low Earth orbit on a routine basis. By launching on time, serving as a platform for Earth observation and space observation, deploying payloads, operating in extreme temperature differentials while on orbit, providing ample living accommodations for astronaut crews, landing on lake beds, or concrete runways. As President Reagan said, the end of the orbital flight test program marks our entrance into a new era. The test flights are over. The groundwork has been laid. Now we will move forward to capitalize on the tremendous potential offered by the ultimate frontier of space.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery, go and throttle up.
We have been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability, and the materials to pursue the exploration of the universe. To ignore these great resources would be a corruption of a God-given ability.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Want one more? One more? SN15? I can do that. Yeah, let's do it. No, you know what?
3, 2, 1,
Headphones.
ignition. We have liftoff.
Is that ridiculous? Yeah, something like that came here, right? Yeah. How are they going to improve on Raptor? Dude, I don't know. So, alright, welcome to Space News. I'll have you know, and I'm just mentioning this as a point of fact, I'm not complaining. It took me 30 minutes to drive a mile to the corner store. I actually didn't get Chroma Pizza. If I had gone to the Chroma Pizza place, it would have taken me an hour. Because it's double the distance away. That's how bad traffic is right now. Yeah. Just thought I'd let you know. A new era of pit stop begins. Let me see. May have been faster to walk. No. Yeah, I know, Ga. Oh, aren't the Pats playing tonight? Oh, they are. Oh. Oh, yeah. We got the Falcons, huh? That's at 8:20. Huh. Thursday Night Football is streamed on Twitch. Does that mean we can stream it, or does that mean it's just going to be streamed on Twitch? So, we're going to... Sorry. You think so? Alright, here. I'm going to start Space News off with a video today. And then let me couple more things here. Okay, I think we're very right now. But Jack could watch along with you? Yeah. Yeah. Here. Here we go. Let me get me back up. Here we go. Alright, so check this out.
During the last month, we have continued our eco-rocket tests, and we have made progress in spite of major bureaucratic obstacles. After the Civil Aviation Authority's wrongful decision to deny the launch clearance for the planned eco-rocket flight on October 8th, ARCA decided to take the matter to higher state authorities. They are now investigating it formally. After further discussions with all key stakeholders, the first eco-rocket launch is now rescheduled for January 2022. This delay has had a major impact on our schedule and budget, but it has not stopped our work. On November 12, ARCA transported the Echo Rocket's second stage to its test facility for further dynamic and propulsion system tests. For this test, we used a specially designed and built silo. We elevated the test vehicle above ground and attached its ballast, just as it would happen during a sea-based launch. For the whole duration of the test, the vehicle was tethered to the ground. The test allowed us to gather valuable data regarding the aerospike engine and our ecological water-based propulsion technology. It also provided plenty of data on the vehicle's dynamic stability and its reaction control system, increasing our confidence in a successful first launch in January 2022.
Atenție! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pornire motor!
No! I love it! That's awesome! I love it! Go!
Echo Rocket is using a cost-effective ecological propulsion system that is a major step forward compared to the expensive, polluting and toxic launch vehicles the European Space Agency and other European companies currently use or have under development. In contrast to those, Echo Rocket is fully aligned with the European Commission's environmental policies and objectives.
Wait.
Pornire motor!
Echo Rocket is using a cost-effective ecological propulsion system that is a major step forward compared to the expensive, polluting and toxic launch vehicles the European Space Agency and other European companies currently use or have under development. In contrast to those, Echo Rocket is fully aligned with the European Commission's environmental...
It's actually tethered!
...policies and objectives. Currently propulsion system that is a major step forward compared to the expensive, polluting and toxic launch vehicles the European Space Agency and other European companies currently use or have under development. In contrast to those, Echo Rocket is fully aligned with the European Commission's environmental policies and objectives.
Oh, he said that right. It's tethered because of regulations. That's right, Pink. Oh, that's what he meant. Ah, I got it. So it never left the ground because it's tethered. Oh my god, you know what? That's kind of cool. It works. Can I see that again? Goodness. Yep, and then the tether pulled it back down.
Echo Rocket is using a cost-effective...
Bro. Yeah. Look, that looks right. I don't know. It's a really big water heater. Yep. With an arrow spike attached to the bottom. Does it have a chute? It's not high enough off the ground for a chute to unfurl.
22.
Yeah, kind of, Jim, yeah.
Atenție. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pornire motor.
Oh my goodness! This looks like some dude's backyard. Hold on, can I go back? Yeah, just make sure the rocket doesn't land in my field. It doesn't need a chute if it never left the ground. This is Romanian capital. Hey, he's doing something. I'm so, it works. Like it's a functioning prototype. Like, it's a big bottle rocket. Right, Acton, right? I mean, it's like I said, man, you know, people harp on ARCA, but there's a functioning prototype right there. Like, what is this green rocket? Marcus, it's a water heater with a nozzle at the end. That's it. And then they pull the plug and how are you going to do anything useful with that? Well, if you can scale it. You can scale that. Yeah, of course, it's Steam. Of course it's scalable. It's a joke that went out of control. Dude, I don't... The end, though. Listen to what he... What is it? Yeah, exactly this.
EcoRocket is using a cost-effective ecological propulsion system that is a major step forward compared to the expensive, polluting and toxic launch vehicles the European Space Agency and other European companies currently use or have under development. In contrast to those, EcoRocket is fully aligned with the European Commission's environmental policies and objectives.
Alright. Okay. Pretty much epic, yeah. I don't really know what to say. Here, just look at this picture from Julia Bergeron. Hey, how you doing? 1058.9 has returned to Port Canaveral on board. Just read the instructions. I do believe this is the most scorched 9th flight booster I've seen. Bob with the fairings on deck. There you go. That's very, dude, that's very... Yeah, it's very toxic. See all this toxic on this top there? What do I keep hearing? I don't know. Me talking? Do you think Bob and Doug root for their booster? I mean, yeah. It'd be clean as a whistle if it was steam powered. Yeah, my booster is best because barn find. Yeah, because they found it in the damn barn. Yeah. That's cool, man. I've heard a rumor that once it hits 10 flights, it's going to KSC Visitor Center. Possible. That's cool. All right, what's the next thing? The next thing's coming from Chris Kemp here. So we got a launch tonight. It's 5 o'clock right now, my time. So in 7 hours, they're gonna launch. Astra's gonna launch Vehicle 7. They showed some footage of a static fire here. Let's see. I don't know what the audio is like on this, so you guys, headphone users, might want to be
7, 6,
careful here.
5, 4, 3.
Nominal shutdown.
Damn, that was a long static fire. Is that one gonna go sideways? Man, I hope not. Huh. No Tokyo Drift this time. Yeah, I hope so. They didn't fix the fence. The fence is a gate, man. It's open. See? Well, you can't see. Well, you couldn't have seen that because of my big melon in the way. Take a look. See? It didn't sound healthy. I think that was just the sound. Here, let's take a look.
15. Water on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
That sounds fine. That's the encoding. It's just that's the Twitter video, I think. First motion. Wait. Oh God, no. So, yep, there it is. Let's see what she's got. Hopefully this one don't go sideways. I think you're a couple minutes into the future. I think you're a couple minutes in the past. Now, this is a rescue ship. You can tell it's a rescue ship that works at sea because of the way it is. But there might be something aboard that you guys might appreciate. Huh. How did that get there? Do the SpaceX booster landing ships have people on them on the way to the landing out in the ocean? Yes. Uh-huh. Some sort of tube. This guy bought carbon fiber tubes. Got to tell you what the frick you can do with carbon fiber tubes? Alright, sorry. I scarfed that food really quickly, so... Ugh. So this thing right here is the electron booster from the Love at First Insight mission last night. They did recover it, and it looks to be in really nice condition. This thing really isn't banged up or scorched or anything. But then again, this is just one small, tiny picture. But you can see the booster right there. People need to stop littering. Don't they always know it ends up at the ocean, right? Yeah. It looks in really good condition. Everything looks good here. Rocket Lab is very careful about showing the bottom of it, though. I noticed that they did this last time. They only really showed the top of the booster. The heli didn't catch this one, Subcom. It did go into the water. The helicopter was near it. It basically flew in formation with the booster when it was coming down. Oh jeez, what? Oh, man, I'm gonna need another cup of coffee, bros. But yeah, there's that same stage right there. So this is what the Stena might look like. Oh. Alright, what do we got here? This explosion-proof camera housing was removed from the Stena Freighter lower cargo decks in 2019. Stena Freighter was a roll-on, roll-off cargo ship. The camera can still be seen within the housing. This camera was used to monitor the loading and discharging of vehicles. In the event of emergency, the camera has also been used for the crew to evacuate any hazard conditions from the safe area. The ship is currently undergoing refitting to prepare for its new role as a landing vessel. Huh. Said camera. Okay. Huh. Huh. Okay, so the thing's gonna have a helicopter pad up in front, huh? And then a big landing pad in the back. Ooh, landing pad for other things. So I had a quick thought. What the heck is the New Glenn Octograbber gonna look like? They're gonna need something to make sure it stays in place. Yes? Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna need something to secure it down, right? But damn, dude. Interesting. Okay. Just joined. Who owns this thing? Blue Origin. Stop yawning, bro. Oh yeah, here. Let me just stop yawning. Let me just stop a regular bodily function. I'm just gonna stop peeing too while I'm at it, Snickers. Yep. Here, let's just quit doing that. I'll just quit. I don't need to poop anymore. It's fine. Here, look at this. Do you guys hear that? That's enough. I can't do that. I'm gonna get fired up. So this was posted by Dmitry Rogozin. AK-47 for everyone. You have given me shoes. Anyway, even space news goes sideways. So, all right, guys, this is a Photoshop picture of Prichal. That's the Uzlovoy ISS module with its service module attached to the bottom, but they some artist drew it onto a robot frame, which is awesome. That says Prichal, jetty or dock. That's about 75 million of those in circulation worldwide. AKs, yes, yes, yes. Is nice piece of equipment. So Katya asked, Mr. Rogozin, is this from a competition? Who is the author? And another guy says, and in response, silence. Hell. Privet Tishinya, my old friend. I've come to DMC AU again with Russian lyrics. It's polite. Yeah, look, it's wearing a bow tie. Look. What could be wrong with this thing? It's a nice railgun too. I like it. Vasya. Okay, cool. So, in all seriousness, Dmitry tweeted this and he said that the vacuum tests for the ISS module. This is the Prichal module that's going to be attached to the bottom of Nauka, the science module. And it's basically a 6-axis docking port. So that's designed to receive SSVP, so Soyuz. China. China? China. I'm not saying it. Gesundheit. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, that's cool. So here we got the next space news. Yeah, that's gonna be launched in a actually. Hang on, let's take a look. Let's take a look. When is that going up? It should be soon. So we got Astra tonight, and then another Falcon 9 on the 24th, and then Prichal is on the 20th. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, we got DART, man. The double asteroid redirect. This is the acoustic test? Yeah. That's good. Hmm. Huh. Huh. Oh, okay. What's up, Kem? Kem, what the hell is this? We also have a... What do we got here? Almost total lunar eclipse. Oh. Oh, that's nice. You could say that's very... Yep. It's Rogozin dynamics. Almost total. Fatality. Huh. Eto robot. Fedor? This is... Oh, that's... that's Teddy. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Fedor 2.0. Fyodor 2.0. I like how you guys have a robot named Teddy. Yeah, send Teddy up to the space station. Teddy shoots guns. Still funny to me. Alright. Here's some footage of Soyuz integration here. Let's see what we got. This is for the Proverka integration for the MS-20 Soyuz here. Let's see. If you notice, this is the MS-20 Soyuz. This is the one that's going to have Yusaku Maezawa on it, the Dear Moon guy, and his assistant. These are the bulbs that they're bringing in to test the solar arrays out. Look at the guy checking for anomalies, okay. I was gonna say, alright, look at that guy. Look at this dude. There they are, they're gonna unfurl the solar panels. Bring in the bulbs. Yep, testing out the solar panels. Not really, goalie, no. I mean, yeah, I'm sure to an extent, but... Cool. That's cool. Cool beans. Alright. So that's for Yusaku Maezawa and his assistant. They're going to fly up there for a little while. Now, I know you guys are asking, people have been asking, like, you know, are cosmonauts going to fly on Dragon? I've heard that it's going to be Crew 5 and Crew 6. And when that happens, that's when Americans should start flying on Soyuz again, which is good. You need those mixed crews for the space station just in case something goes wrong. I'm going to need another cup of coffee. Certainly doing his job better than the guy that checked the MS-10 rocket. Cam, you know heads rolled because of that. That guy that didn't torque the separator bolt mechanism correct. You know heads were going to roll for that. That guy probably got a very stern talking to. Yeah, he probably got a very stern talking to. Imagine a Dragon with a US, Russian, Japanese, and a European astronaut. The dream team. Anyway. Oh. See? Alright. I need another cup of coffee. Stern talking to. So, Gulag. No. Hey, it's not a gulag anymore. That's not politically correct, okay? It's called prison now. Damn insensitive chat. Ain't nobody want to go to jail in Russia. That, yeah, I wouldn't want that. So it wasn't a blueprint issue after all, unless SpaceX gave them what they wanted. Well, Kim, we talked about it. Hook it up to an IV or it doesn't count. Kim, we talked about it. It just really comes down to Roscosmos having different criteria for judging risk adversity. Straight up. You know, we do our thing with being risk adverse and how we analyze safety conditions, etc., and then, I mean, the Russians do it differently. Meaning, what's the meaning behind that? Basically, it's a foreign capsule, right? For them, like, you don't know if it's safe or not. Like, you gotta, they gotta get some criteria on some missions with people aboard. So SpaceX probably gave them a bunch of data, with the people on board, from inspiration, from Crew 1, Crew 2, and went from there. They wanted to see more flights. It's totally understandable. Makes sense to me. It needs 60 years of space flying. Why are you guys so damn savage with your own space program? Jesus Christ. That's terrible. What a messed up thing to say. Why you guys hate your own space program so much? I don't understand. I don't get it. Is there some cultural thing that I'm missing here? Because I'm so lax with my... Okay, fair point. Why you guys hate your damn space program? Like, Dimitri gets so much crap, dude. That guy, like, people are just like, yep, you suck. And he's like, he could be like, hey, guys, and everyone would be like, we hate you. And he'd be like, all right. Okay. Это хорошо. До свидания. Okay. This is fine. So with Dragon being digital, will they be able to switch the screens to Russian, or will they have to be extremely fluent in English? I mean, Goalie, usually if the spacecraft country of origin, you speak the native tongue. So every American astronaut that flies on Soyuz speaks Russian. Yeah, it's required at the GCTC. Just like if they come over here, you gotta speak English, dude. And it's not like... That's not a cultural thing. Don't screw around with that. You really want to make sure you can communicate correctly on a spacecraft. That's really, really, really important. Anyway, so here, check this out. This is NASA's very, very advanced simulation of the lunar eclipse is going to happen tonight. Speaking and reading are two different things. Yes. Greatest eclipse at 9:03 UTC. Ooh. Yes, the moon will duplicate like this. There are multiple moons. That's no moon. It's a space station. One more about Pritchell? Okay. What the frick? Dude, that's nightmare fuel. What the hell? What is happening? I don't want this at all. Do not want. Looks cute. It can join these on the moon. Oh my god, I forgot about that thing. No! 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 This is just a drawing. This is a real thing. For real, your girlfriend says that's super cute? That's cute? Yeah, big eyes. Those. Six-legged dock on its own. I don't know how I feel about that. That's not cute. All right. I gotta. Okay. Fires, your girlfriend's still watching? Get her back over here real quick if you could. If that was cute, what do you think? Hold on. Give me a second. Is this cute? It's got big eyes. I say yes, she says no, it's just a car? It's got big... Well, Fire's girlfriend, my fiance thinks it's cute. So there. So there. The hell is this? You like the bug space module, but what does RDW mean? That's just the number plate, dude. But does it have 6 legs? No, it has 4 tires. Does that count? Guys, okay, all right, quick truck thing, real fast. This thing is made out of cheap plastic. The grill. Do you think we could get somebody to laser sinter like some aluminum and make a metal version of that? It can have 6 tires. No, it has trouble keeping 4, dude. We can't do 6. Self-burn. Think we could 3D print one of these things? Casting it would be cheaper. How would we make the casting, Demon? I want to like 3D scan one of those things and then have like an aluminum laser sinter make a metal version of it, because screw cheap plastic. Okay, but is this cute then? It has big eyes. I could make you a metal version, but I don't know how you'd feel about barbed wire and piercing. No, I'm good. Why not stainless steel? Yeah, exactly. It should be stainless. Should make stainless. You'd need a big press to make that out of stainless, man. Anyway. Okay. I gotta go check on that thing, man. I haven't been over to my buddy's yard in a little while. Anyway, I'm gonna go put on another pot here, and let's get the NASA spaceflight news going up here. All right, this footage is coming from my buddies over at NSF. Mary, Boca Chica gal shot this moving photograph. You shouldn't wear pots on your head. It's unhygienic. Make a titanium superleggera truck. It's a good idea. All right. Anyway, I'm going to put another pot on. Dudes, I will be right back. Hi. There we go. Stop. Stop it. Why is the screen messing up? There we go. All right. So, we see anything? Let's see. Ooh, I want to see these pictures of the chopsticks. Let's see, what do we got? I always get the feeling that this footage is being filmed for the KGB. The KGB, dude. The KGB doesn't exist. It hasn't existed for 30 years. It's the FSB now. Okay.
Discovery.
Well, I'm
Go
old
and throttle
school.
up.
No, okay. Man, look at the plumbing on that freaking thing. Hey, Dougie, 17-month resub. I forgot how big the freaking install of Microsoft Flight Simulator is. I have 4 games on my new SSD, and it's already down to 400 gigabytes. Forza, GTA 5, Assetto, and Flight Sim take up the better part of 500 gigs. Yeah. Yeah. I hope they don't hire the same plumbers. No. These are space plumbers. It's different. Yeah, right, Ben? I don't think SpaceX minds showing any of this, because all this stuff, for anybody that actually wants to do stuff with rockets, this stuff is not, like, okay, so let me put it to you like this. You know, there are people other than the U.S. that know how to fuel a rocket up, right? So seeing this footage really isn't going to do anything. It's the engines. Starship's Achilles heel is the engines, just like, well, any other rocket, right? So that's oxygen. You can tell it's oxygen because of the way it is. So like as long as like NSF doesn't show like engines and stuff, you know, I don't think it's a big deal. Word on the street is that turbo pumps are rather clever. Yep. Now that's some flex hose, boy. Damn, boy. Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he thick. Exactly, Victory. Stop flexing on us. Well, it wasn't. Jeez, look at this. looks like stationeers up in here. Am I right? Pythos, tell me this looks like stationeers. Dude, it's getting a little real, man. Hey, where's that fuel line going? Hold on a second. So see this pipe right here? That right there is it's insulated pipe, so it's carrying something that's either really, really cold or really, really hot. My guess is because it's connected to the thing that gets really, really cold because it's full of fuel, is that it's a fuel line. But this fuel line's going in the opposite direction of the launch pad. A berm is being removed. Yeah, see, that's where that fuel line goes. Huh. Has the shuttle ever deployed in a Gina upper stage? No. Yeah, the berms are ridiculous, aren't they? Load point. Yeah, somebody already said it, Demon, but that's my guess, too. That's an umbrella. You know, you can tell it's an umbrella because of the way that it is. Look! It goes around this berm right here, this big dirt mound. SpaceX put this here because of this concrete right here is where SN8 crashed, SN9 crashed, SN10 landed, then crashed, SN11 exploded over, and SN15 landed on. That's that concrete strip right here. Also, come here. So they put that berm there because there's a fuel depot behind it. You don't need the rockets hitting that. Hey, get out of here, you little. Stop tickling the D. I will not go along with this joke because that's very inappropriate is the end of that sentence. I was about to say, you know, I could do that anytime I want, but also, you know what? Let's not. Okay, that got weird real fast. Yep. Don't touch the new Shepherd. A fuel tank farm diagram. Let's see. Let's take a look. Damn, boy. Damn, boy. Oh, wow. Dude, who did this? The Danks. Mod and livestream commentator for the Lab Pod remaker of the OLP fuel farm diagrams. Ooh. New CH4 tanker offload line. Oh, there it is. Right there. See last. What's up? The inventor of the umbrella was just going to call it Brella, but then he hesitated. I've missed your stream the last 3 days. Is the ISS clear yet, and what's the repercussions from their actions? Pretty much public scorn, Ghost One. ISS is just fine. Dude, hold on. I wanna look at this. I've never actually gone into it. Let's see. This is freaking stationeers. Dude, this is cool, man. This is cool. The line that I was looking at is the one that's kind of behind me here. This one. See this one right here that does the U around the berm, right? It's a new CH4 tanker offload line. Interesting. Okay. How's it going? No summer car today. Please don't make me do that. Please don't make me. Please don't make me do that. Please don't make me do that. I don't want to. Flight simulator was agreed upon for tomorrow. Yeah, it was. I did do pretty good. Oh, thank you. You know what they say about falling off a horse? The proof is in the pudding. China is in the Apollo 8 pudding. Yeah. Guys, did you know that NASA was voted the best place to work in the federal government? I don't know if you knew that. What? Landing people on the moon? No. We were voted the best place to work. That's a good metric for NASA's success. And you know why? It's because the proof is in the pudding. And let me tell you, we have really good pudding. It reminds me of the pudding that I used to have when my grandma made me pudding. All right, we copied her recipe, and that's why when I say the proof is in the pudding, I absolutely mean that. Have you heard about Apollo 8? They did do helicopter on Mars. How do you not bust a gut doing that? I don't know. What's up, Trojan? How you doing? Oh, bulk carrier over there. They stole all the chocolate pudding from all the other civil services. Does the helicopter still work? I think so. It's as easy as falling off of a log into a giant pool of pudding. Yeah, Jen, that sounds about right. And even then, not many tiles fell off. Things are good here. They're quiet and cold, and a bicorous weekend. Sweet. Is SLS made of orange pudding? No, it's not. The orange on the SLS is it's orange creamsicle. What are they building? Masso, this is another integration building. They're gonna basically put the rocket together inside of that sucker. Wide Peepo Bay! A helicopter is cool, man. You having fun yet? Yeah, that's not low to the ground. Last on news for the Mars copter. So Ingenuity is preparing for flight number 16, net November 20th. It will attempt a 109-second flight at an altitude of 33 feet. And it'll glide at about 3 miles an hour and cover 380 feet while capturing photos to help out Perseverance. Cool. They did helicopter on Mars. Yeah, I know, Snibbles, right? Yeah, that's right, Demon, yes. Mm-hmm. Huh. Just got the notification. Thank you, Ren. Yeah. Ren was giving out subs before, man. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. There's booster number 5. Dude, from what Elon was talking about at the National Academy of Sciences meeting, that presentation the other day, you remember how I said like a day before that for the regular viewers? I said it like a day before that, you know, everybody's looking forward to this first orbital flight test, but from what I'm looking at here and from what SpaceX is producing, I'm pretty dang sure that there's going to be another orbital flight test sooner rather than later, and probably a lot more hops and testing and stuff after that. I think they said 11 tests next year. Yeah, that's pretty insane, man. That should, I mean, frick, 11 flights, Demon. That's 11 re-entry flights. That's more than enough data to figure out how to get those tiles working, man. A dozen. Ghost One, 8-month resub. So that's a flight, that's an orbital flight test a month. That's an orbital flight test every month, man. Holy shnikes. There's Ship 22. This thing's looking more and more spacey every day. I'm not yawning, I was staring at the ground. How many of those plan on full reuse? Yeah, I don't know. That Ship 22 section has RCS thrusters on it. Interesting. Yeah, I know, Demon. I know. Well, yeah. Starship has already done more test flights than SLS at this point. Doesn't mean that I hate SLS, guys. It's just, yeah. I mean, different testing protocols, but yeah. Reckon they'll do more changes to the tiles, hook attachments before the first flight? No, not on Ship 20. The ho, hello. Arrows pointing to them. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, Laserman, I don't think that's I think that's fair criticism. Stop! Stop! Check with guard before proceeding. Where's predominant? What the heck was that thing? That's a fuel manifold, guys. That's the methane fuel manifold for super heavy. So the methane, this right here is your input line. So this is coming from the umbilical. So keep in mind, this is inside of the liquid oxygen tank. This is inside of it, okay? This comes from the umbilical, right? And the methane goes in here. And then each one of these leads to all the different Raptor engines. The inner ring of engines is here, and this goes to the outer ring of engines. This is attached at the top to a downcomer pipe that goes through the liquid oxygen tank up into the methane tank. Either that or it's a squiddy from the Matrix and we're all about to die. Yeah, Thomas, we can... Yeah, is that... Where's that picture coming from? I vote the second one. Yeah. Thomas, where did that picture come from? How would you test if all the tiles are okay after landing? Laser measurement? X-ray the whole thing? Or just visual inspection? I think SpaceX is going to try visual inspection over time, Finarl, but yeah, I would want to know everything about that booster if I got one back from space. Okay, it's from Eloninator. Yeah, there you go. How do they not get cavitation inside that or foam up? Pressure. Gravity. Goalie. Yeah. Think about the methane tank like a water tower, dude. It's a tank up here with a pipe coming down, and then you have a bunch of pre-valves in here somewhere. I don't know where they would be. There's pre-valve. There's got to be a pre-valve system somewhere in this thing, right? It's just like a water tower. Straight up. Because you have to have... The turbo pumps need a certain... And Elon actually, he talked about this yesterday. And he helped me clarify stuff and how... understanding like rocket science and stuff. You need a certain inlet pressure, right? You have to have an inlet pressure that's at a certain amount to be able to feed a turbo pump that goes at an even bigger amount, you know? And then the most pressure should... The highest pressure in the entire rocket engine should be right after the turbo pump before going into the combustion chamber. Because if your combustion chamber is 300, right, and your line coming from your turbo pump is 200, well, guess where that's going to go? So you have to... It has to go up all the way leading up to the engine. So my guess is that they have some kind of gravity feed. The gravity feed... The way gravity feeds the liquid methane probably resists cavitation, like, but yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. I mean, at what point does it work more like bleeding brake lines, you know what I mean? It's got to be something like that. I see no difference. Was ist das? Oh, jeez. Cool. I would assume, but I don't know. Maybe it's not right to assume that. Yoda. Hmm. 1058.9 is being lifted off Jerty. Cool. Look at all that stuff just sitting outside. No problem. That's very tubular. Huh. Yeah, he drilled through a tile to remove it because of the mechanical attachment. Man, that's a lot of panels. Jeez. Alright. We have one more here. Once again, this footage is coming from NASA spaceflight. Team N, how are you?
Discovery.
Capybara Cosmonaut, 52 months. Pallet Watch, 2021. Be there. Dude, that's looking more and more spacecrafty every time I see it. Holy crap. Would you look at that thing? Would you just look at it? Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? Oh, same guy. Sometimes, Mason, you gotta just look at it. Yeah, they drill right through the tiles. But, you know, just like what Elon was saying, look at how thin these tiles are. They're about a quarter of the thickness of the tiles on the space shuttle, which is just ridiculous. That's pretty crazy, man. That's tile 14 right there. You can tell it's tile 14 because of the way it is. You can tell it's a spacecraft because of the way it is. See, they drill the tiles out, and then they pop them off, and then they pop a new one on. My guess is that SpaceX is probably making the tile replacement process something that takes 5 minutes. You know? Because you're going to have tiles that are going to fall off, guys. That's just kind of a thing that happens. Like, it's going to happen. I'd be surprised if they all stayed on, you know. But if you want a Starship that needs routine flights, you're going to have somebody that's going to look over it right after every flight in a man basket like that or something and just, oh, that one's no good. Toot, 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 toot. Off. Pump. New one on. We're good. And it's probably something that can be done on orbit. Yeah, you could probably do it getting there. So the man basket part is the part that would be difficult, not the actual process of removing and attaching a new tile. Guys, that replacing the tiles on the shuttle is something that could have been done on orbit. The problem is that the shuttle can't scratch its back like that, or scratch its belly, I should say. See what I'm talking? You understand what I'm saying? The shuttle couldn't reach back there and replace tiles. That's why they added the orbiter boom sensor sweeper, the OBSS, on the later shuttle missions. They gave the shuttle a selfie stick so it could, you know, with a camera on the end so it could look behind it. Yeah, I mean, SpaceX with the mechanical attachment, yeah, but the adhesive C-22, that's another good point. Would the stainless hold during re-entry if the tiles fall off? You know what, False? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think it really depends. That's like, because think about it. That's like forming a protective layer, right, against plasma. That would be like saying, is a hole in a boat hull going to sink the ship? Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on where it is, right? Same idea. That's what that thermal protection is. That thermal protection to plasma is what a boat hull is to water, right? Like, and plasma kind of acts kind of like a liquid, but kind of like a gas at the same time. It's kind of like, yeah, weird. So it really depends. If you have a hole in the hull that's like on the bottom of the boat, yeah, you're dang sure that something's gonna happen, right? Like, water's definitely gonna come in, but if it's on the side, yeah, maybe not as much. The hottest part is Starship. The part that's going to get the hottest is right here. Right on the center of the belly. That's where it's gonna get the hottest. And maybe even a little bit out to like where these numbers are. That's where it's gonna be the hottest because that's where the plasma will be closest to these tiles. Once it gets out here, you'll probably get a lot of hot right here. Just because it's in the way of the plasma flow. But yeah, it really depends, dude. It depends on where it is. Either way, though, that looks really cool. It's cool to see tiles again, man. I'm telling you. And imagine the tiles offset the COM just a bit, or do you think they can balance it out? I think it's a negligible mass because it's I think it's a negligible mass, Mason, because they're all over the thing. So if anything, it's going to shift it towards the belly of Starship, towards the leeward side, the windward side, just a little bit. CFD says the tip of the nose is the worst. Pretty much, Staples. Yeah, last. Okay. Probably silly question that occurred to me. Do you think these tiles have any sort of connectivity? Even just a super dumb sensor to detect if the tile is there or not, so that Starship itself can keep track of condition of its TPS? No. No. Buck, what I would do if it was me, I would put a sensor, a heat sensor. I'd put a FLIR camera basically on the inside of the fuel tanks, like 3 or 4 of them, looking like, so this is Starship, right? And this is your fuel tank. I'd put a FLIR, a heat camera this way, just looking at the hull. With a FLIR camera, you'll be able to detect. Starship would be able to see if there's non-uniform heating. You'd know. That's what I would do. I think that's a lot simpler. Just a bunch of heat cameras. I don't think individual sensors. I mean, maybe that would be one hell of a wire harness, man. That wire harness would be real heavy because there's like, how many tiles are on this thing? 20,000. That's 20,000 sensors. Even if each one of those sensors weighed like a gram. Well, okay. Let's think about this. You have 20,000. 20,000 grams is, yeah, that's a lot of sensor mass. That's 2 tons of sensors, is it not? Oh, 20 kilos. Yeah, that's right. Your damn decimal points and stuff. Sorry. I still haven't had my coffee. But then you have, but see, okay, so my terrible math notwithstanding, you still have all those wires that are going to connect everything. So how much is that going to end up being? I mean, 20 kilos is not that bad. I mean, and if you just assume that you have 20,000 little bits of wiring, right? Like, and they'd all be going to one sensor. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you gotta, like, so even if it had like 2 tons of wiring, so that's 2,020 kilograms of thermal protection sensor testing systems, right? Like, that's not a lot. 2 tons? Okay, so now Starship can move 98 tons into space instead of 100. Oh boy. Would something like an RFID sensor work? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they'd do something like that. That's too complicated. I think just a heat camera looking at the hull would probably be good enough. Yeah, Buck, maybe. Maybe in the future, who knows? Elon had mentioned the heat camera inside the tank. Yeah. What would exactly the sensors measure? If the tile is there or not? Yeah, but that's right. Yeah, Buck, it's definitely going to be something that's going to be, that they're going to want to look over. What's that guy working on? Yeah, Spartan, I suppose you could. Like, you could come up. Yeah, I'm sure there's some type of array system that you could have, right? Like, how about like a metal filament in the tile or something, and if the tile pops off, it breaks the circuit, so you know where, like, if you have a break in the circuit, right, and have all the tiles wired in parallel or something, like, that probably would be a better way to do that. But once again, I still am coming down in favor of the heat camera. I think the heat camera would be the best one. Like Christmas lights? Pretty much, yeah. God, that would suck. Now that, you know what, J-Speed? When you put it that way, I don't want any of this. I'll take the heat camera. Goddamn Christmas lights. Oh my God! When you put it that way, no, I'm good. Let's just use the heat. Just use the heat camera. I would just not like to see another Columbia. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Next would be an RGB Starship. Yeah, of course. It would have more Delta V that way, dude. Don't you know the RGB lighting adds 10 horsepower? Because horsepower adds Delta V. Am I right? Starship is about to do what we would call a pro gamer move. A pro gamer move. Yeah, 10 Raptor power. Oh my goodness. One giant Budweiser vat. It's more cow farts, but booster CBH on the right. Yeah. Is it bad if I'm looking at the tracked telescoping crane? Is that messed up? Dude, I straight up was Never mind. That's pretty heavy. You can tell it's heavy because of the way it is. Yoda. Yeah, what do we got there? HVAC. How the frick do you keep track of all this? Can you imagine? You know, we always say that, you know, SpaceX is in constant flux, right? Stuff is always changing. Who is in charge of logistics for this company? That person needs a raise. Jarvis, I'd believe that, Demon. Seriously. Jarvis, I'd believe it. I'd believe it, dudes. Elon's like, oh yeah, I've been working on it. It's kind of a side project. That's actually not HVAC. That's a fluid impeller, by the way. I've been, you know, working on an AI for Starship. Yeah. It's not Jarvis. It's called Barvis. Barvis. How do they see anything with those blurry helmets on? Yeah, I don't know, man. Blue Origins? No, it's not called Jarvis. It's called Barvis. Jartana. Yeah, no. It's not called Cortana. It's called Bortana. Got him. Also, fellas, I just want to point out how awesome that TIG weld is. Can we just take a second to appreciate that damn TIG weld? Now, that looks like a machine did it, to be honest. But also, that is a damn nice TIG weld. Holy crap. Yo, that is a really nice weld. That's definitely a robot. It's so ridiculously uniform. Oh, that makes me warm and fuzzy inside. Damn, look at that thing. Well done. Falcon Sussy. Wait, what? So this looks like a fluid impeller. This looks like a pump, not an HVAC thing. It's also spray painted gold for more horsepower. It's an I-beam. You can tell it's an I-beam because of the way that it is. It's gold for a more premium look. Yep. So, fellas, what I always say, these flatbed trailers are bowed on purpose. So when you put stuff on them, they don't bend downwards, they end up getting flat. So the flatter one of these flatbed trailers is, the heavier the thing that it's carrying. Now, with that being said, look at that damn thing. United Rentals, United Rentals is the rental company. SpaceX just rents trucks, cranes, whatever, wholesale, well, not wholesale from them, but they buy in bulk, I guess. Any idea, is SpaceX building the wide bay or are they contracting it? Buckner is assembling it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to contract it out as well. I'm pretty sure they'd contract a contract. Man, I'd love to be the guy that got that contract, dude. That guy's probably really having a good day. And I mean that unironically. That's like easily like a couple $1 million contract right there. Yeah, look at how flat that one is, man. Oh, that's the same trailer, I think. Yeah, look at that. Jeez. That is a heavy beam, dude. What was the question? How much do you think the contract is to build that high bay, goalie? How much you want to bet they'll switch to Cybertruck when it comes out? Maybe. Yeah, Ichi, right? Oh, yeah, look, you're getting a little bit of deflection with that telescoping crane because of the wind. Look, it's doing this. Best bet, 2 mil. That's what I was gonna say, dude. Imagine what the contract is for that. Jeez. Prairie Wind, yeah, I bet those beams weigh enough that it would have been overweight to ship 2 beams at once. Judging by the bend on that trailer, I'm kind of with you on that one. Dude, that thing's got to weigh. I mean, what's the vehicle weight limit in Texas? I'd assume it's probably heavier, but man, that's got to be like 5-6 tons of beam. Like, that thing is heavy. 350? Oh, easily. But if it weighs 350, how much does it cost? Elon Musk was able to build one in Texas in a field. Yeah, right. 420? That's the meme number. See, there's that pin right there. See the pin? Huh. The crane is probably on a monthly rental and probably costs about 90 to 100K. Well, they're getting their money's worth, man, out of that Buckner crane. But goalie, clearly Clearly they rented the power boom crane long enough that somebody at SpaceX probably just said, screw it, just buy one. Screw it, just buy it. We're gonna need that thing. I mean, one does not simply just go buy a Liebherr 11,000 crane and just, it's fine. How much do one of those cost, goalie? Liebherr 11,000? Like, what, the second biggest crane that they sell? That person was probably Elon. I'll bet you, Demon. Yeah, you're probably right. 20 mil for that thing? Yeah. Unbelievable. Looking at my WorksDB, the biggest universal beam we sell is 610 mil tall, 125 mil thick, 18 meters long, and it's 2.25 tons. 610 tall. I gotta do the conversion. Hold on. Dude, that's like a 2-foot beam. That's, yo, that's freaking huge. That's a big boy beam. Probably took 18 months to build. Yeah, Neville, I'm with you on that one. I mean, cranes are no joke. Those parts got to be perfect for when you put it together, right? Like the tolerances have to be perfect on each lattice segment, or else that thing's gonna break. I doubt they would have bought the crane for liability reasons. It's cheaper to hire out the equipment operator and then add the liability. So Prairie, that's what they were doing for the longest time. Here, hold on. Let me show you. No, dude, when I say they bought a Liebherr crane, they bought one. It's got SpaceX written all over it. So either they paid a contractor, right, to frickin', you know, like maybe they have a shell company or something. But dude, look, check this out. They bought, like, straight up an 11,000. That's a huge crane. That's a huge lattice crawler. Look at that thing. $11K, you're looking at around 2 million. Jeez. Also, that Peterbilt is sick, bro. That's like a $200,000 truck. Oh, dude, how did I not notice that thing? Look at that thing. Hold on. That's got 3 sets of wheels in the back, dude. Oh, man. I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. Are you Ladies Man 217? That's cool. Dude, look at that thing. Look at the treads. Huh, I'm surprised they would buy one. Yeah, Prairie, like, it surprised me too. They had a Liebherr 11350 with a power boom extension, which is about as big of a lattice crane as you can get, a lattice crawler crane. And then they started taking it apart. I got really confused. I'm like, what, don't you need that? And then that thing showed up. I'm like, huh, okay. Quite the chonker. Yeah. Yep. Dude, I mean, that is a big boy crane. Yeah, Tessa, maybe they paid a company to buy a crane and then paint the logos on it. Who knows? But SpaceX, I'm pretty sure Elon said that they did buy it, but I don't know for sure, man. Yeah, Erasmus. Interesting. Man, it's nutso. Hey, nice. There's an old Ford C-Max there. Cool truck. I like heavy equipment. Alright? I'm secretly 15. Alright? I like heavy equipment. It's just, if you don't know me, I think it's cool as hell. The heavy equipment makes me happy. It's cool, man. Yeah, Cerebral, they might have the top, oh. I was gonna say, They got a little bit of specularity there. It's toys for the big boys. Damn right, Zroll. You mean 8, aren't we all? See? You know, that makes me feel a little bit better, that everybody here is kind of on the same page there. Trucks, heavy equipment, trucks and, like, cranes and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Like, for the longest time, dudes, you know, like, when I said 15-year-old EJ, but when I got older, I'm like, oh, you know, there's people out there that don't like trucks. Oh, no, I can't tell people that I like trucks. That's weird. I mean, it still is, but I'm happy I'm happy, like, in my mind, it's like, oh, like, this is like a very primal instinct, right? Like, there are other people out there that like this stuff too. That's really cool. You should make friends with those people. I'm like, okay, brain. Yeah, I'm working on that. If you ever get the chance to go to a Ritchie Brothers auction, you can get a lot of those big equipment for sale. You get to crawl around the equipment prior to your sale. Ooh. Dude, me and auctions don't do well. You could say that I have a little bit of a carcane addiction. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. You gotta be careful. You don't need to bid, but you can go and inspect. I'd do that for fun, man. I'm kind of with you on that one. I'd do that for fun. You got any more? Got any more of those engines, Joe Rogan? There's that C-Max that I was talking about. That's an old Ford semi-truck. Yeah, Coop, pretty much. There used to be an amusement park in New Zealand where you could just basically play in diggers and stuff. Basically just a big sand pit for adults. That's awesome, Smirks! I'd do that. Construction World. Yeah, Tonka trucks are bae, man. Even this little thing. Dude, look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. That's cool. Guy's got a little jackhammer. Look. What am I gonna do with this? Who cares? It's a big mech robotic arm with a jackhammer on the end. How is that? I mean, that's cool. Stop, you're teasing. No. We have one in the UK. It's called Digger World. That's amazing. It's the same, and you can call me a materialistic piece of crap. That'd be fair. That'd be a fair criticism. It's the same kind of feeling when you walk into like a hardware store, like you go into a Harbor Freight or a Home Depot or a Menards or something, and you're like, oh, this chainsaw is really nice. This is a nice chainsaw, boy. I tell you what, I don't know. I don't need a chainsaw, but I kind of want it. It's so messed up, dude. We have a place like that. It's called Diggerland, USA. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I want to go. That's so good, man. Let me see that one, Spurgs. Hold on. Oh, yeah, dude. It's just an amusement park where you just operate heavy machinery. If you go live stream it, hell yeah. Road trip incoming? No, I don't know. Yes, like walking into a Harbor Freight's tool section and going, wow, I really want a drill press now. Yeah, Ian, that happened. I did that. I have a drill press sitting behind the 59. And a buffer, a metal buffer. Sorry, I wanted it. It's bad, man. It's no good. I'm like, I could use this to buff metal parts. Like, what metal parts? What are you doing? Honeymoon to Diggerland. The biggest cost when it comes to renting a crane, depending on the size, is insurance. Are the two biggest size is insurance. The two biggest crawlers cost about $500K to bring in, but you must pay for insurance of the crane, and you're looking at about $1 million or more, depending on what job it's doing. Yikes. Look at this, man. Look at that thing. Look at that 55-gallon drum. You were planning for that aluminum bumper. That's right. That's right. What's all that fiddly plumbing do? So these lines are small. Generally, when you have small lines like this, pneumatics. Some type of pneumatic system right here. And then over here, those are valves. That's a valve right there. Now, what's going through that valve? See these pipes? Liquid. It could be water. I'm going to go ahead and guess that those are valves for the sound suppressor. But that's just a guess. I have no freaking clue. I have no clue. But small lines like that over there, I mean, those very well could be hydraulics too. I honestly don't know. I mean, guys, this is new to me. Whatever it is, I appreciate how clean it is. That's really, really nice.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
You think you're weird for liking cranes? I'll do you one better. I'm utterly fascinated by oil rigs. Yeah. Your dad's been in that industry since before I was born. He just retired. Have you seen the size of the subsea manifolds? They're huge. And tested at 300 bar. Yes, you read that right. Yeah, right, ladies? Dude, oil rigs are cool. I'd do a tour. I'd do a VFT to an oil rig. Abso-freaking-lutely. That would be amazing. That would be so cool to see one of those things in action. See the drill going? Oh, I'd be sitting there going, drill, baby, drill, yeah. You know, like knowing full well the repercussions of that, but I'd be like, oh, that's so cool, you know. Yeah, 3,000 bar. Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty good. Right, Prairie, dude, I'm with you on that one. That's good work right there. That's really nice. It's really, oh man. When I buy a house, man, the water systems are gonna look like that. I'm gonna play Stationeers with the plumbing on my house. Don't worry, I know there's codes, there's building codes and stuff. It'll all be in code. One of my uncles is not a building inspector, but he's a general contractor that can inspect if he needs to. So I'd be like, yo, we gotta go ham. I want redundant bathroom controls here. I want a circuit breaker for plumbing for my house. Oh, you're gonna shut the toilet off upstairs? You know, like I like just have a redundant manifold system. Like I'd do it. I'd do it for fun. And you know what? I'd probably stream it too. Deepwater Horizon? Yeah, it turns out that when you're mining stuff that can be made into fuel, it could explode. If you like organized work, you should see my apartment breaker box. That thing is the most organized setup I've ever seen. Yep. If you want that, I would recommend building your own house. Josh, you know what? I would do it. Can you imagine how cool that would be to stream that? Seriously, how awesome would that be, streaming that? That would be like watching HDTV, but VFT style. And you know what, man? Ain't nobody here gonna convince me that you haven't watched HGTV before. Don't. You've been flipping through the channels, yeah. When you looked at TV, you've been flipping through channels, seen a home improvement show, and you're like, nice. Oh, for the people overseas, there's a channel in the U.S. called Home and Garden Television. It is all home improvement shows all the time. I miss this old house. Me too. And you're flipping through, and you're flipping through it, and you judge the person's taste in paint. Don't lie. You're sitting there going, oh, that looks stupid. Oh, don't paint it that color. No. What are you doing? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Called out. I miss New Yankee Workshop. Nice. Oh, yes. EJ building his home. Dude, I'd do it. They always have the worst taste. I know. They're like, oh, you know, we're going with white subway tiles. So here, let's paint the walls purple. It's like, all right. You are not wrong. Tool time or nothing. Let's paint the walls. I'm thinking a seafoam green. Yeah, okay. You want your house the same color as a goddamn hospital. Very good, man. Real good. Great. But the guy comes in and he's like, yeah, I can make that happen. And you secretly sit there and you say, I can do that. I can do what he's doing. But you know good and well that that's not true. Am I right? I like Holmes on Holmes Pie. Mike Holmes is cool. I like listening to him because he drops knowledge. He doesn't just say, oh, that's wrong, that's right. He goes and explains it. I think that's cool. What's with all this rusted garbage in the garden? Yeah, No, I never understood that one, Finaro. I'm gonna show how good of a farmer I am by putting rusty farming equipment in my front yard. I think puke green would look great and will reflect the garden. False. See? I'm not the only one. I think you should cover this because it's pretty huge if you understand what they're saying. Mathematicians derive formulas for the boundary layer turbulence 100 years after the phenomenon. Mathematicians derive formulas for boundary layer turbulence. It's uniform? Whoa, that's actually pretty neat. Yeah, Tessa. There's always one. See, okay, you guys have stuff like that too. Roses like high iron content in the soil, do they? I don't know. Prayer Wind, I don't know if you're making a joke or you're actually serious. Off-white, Jonathan, off-white you can't lose. You can't lose with off-white. Off-white or beige. You can't lose. It's off-white with the words Patrick Bateman, Vice President, centered and embossed in black. The assembled party grasp in admiration. Very nice. I always wanted a light switch that's one of those big red-gray electrical cutoff levers. Yeah, the thunk! Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. That's legit. Roses like high iron content. I do construction and landscaping for a living. Oh, right on, dude. Today I friggin' learned, man. How cool would that actually be to build the house? That'd be sick, man. In Boston, that'd cost you a couple million. In fact, there's not many places where it wouldn't cost a couple million. I'd do it. If that opportunity arose, I would do that. All right, I think that's everything. I think I got most of the space news. I did kind of want to go back here. Last, what's up, C22? Did you have a chance to check out what I DM'd you? You could show on stream if you want. I think I found it in Street View as well. I read it, but I haven't seen it because the photo doesn't load. Oh, no, we're going over here. That was rocketlaunch.live. Middle of nowhere in Montana, you might get a place for 750 to 1 mil. Hey, Mypic, how's your knee doing, dude? Better? Oh my gosh, you can black out in the F-18. Nice. Here, I'll try to open the original. Yes, sir. Better than yesterday for show. Alright, let's see. C22, what are you showing me here? Damn. This is a really high-res picture, man. Hey, fellas. What's that white truck? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, man. I have no idea. I don't know what that is. You want it? It's a 6x6, whatever it is. It's got beefy freaking axles. It looks like it's based off of a deuce and a half or something. I can't see the logo. It's a bespoke truck for transport. Custom made. It's towing around an S4B. That's a Saturn V. That's a... that might... What did you say this was? Hold on. Yeah, no, that's an S2. That's Saturn V second stage. It looks like your KSP truck. I don't know what that thing is, man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe an International? Who knows? Hang on, let's take a look. It's not, I don't think it's a Ford, a Chevy, or a Dodge. I really don't. It's something weird. I'm looking around. It looks Russian? No, it's not Russian because that's a Saturn V stage. I typed old International truck into Google Images and why did you give your truck nostrils? No, I know why. Because it's COE, and those windows are there so the truck driver can look and see what's in front of the truck. That's very strange. That's very, very strange. Yeah, I don't know what that thing is, dudes. Maybe some kind of military transporter, ex-military transport truck. Here, let's type in deuce and a half NASA. Let's see. Because those hubs look like military.
Yeah, it's military. Definitely military. You guys are so dumb. I got this all figured out. You guys are so dumb.
Oh yeah, Melvin? What do you think it is?
Ah, it's military. Definitely military.
That's the truck in the movie. Yeah. No, it's not a deuce and a half. The hubs don't match. That's like a 12-lug rim right there. And a deuce has a 6-lug rim. Interesting. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's very... It's not just my negative. What is this? An H... Oh. Yeah, there it is. There it is again. What in God's name is that thing? Does it have a name? Tonguey, I should not have asked. You getting up for the lunar eclipse? Peak is 4 a.m. Yeah, I'll probably be up. And here it is again at Seal Beach. What? Bro, that Tri-5 Chevy, though. Screenshot and reverse image shirts. Okay. Print screen. Paint. Paste. Crap. Save. Turk. Now we will take this, upload it to Imgur. Copy the link. And oh man, I just went boomer tier. How do you reverse image or something? Enhance. Enhance. Truck. Search Google image. All right, there we go. Sorry. It's boomer tier, I know. Huh. Just Google Tineye. Okay. Dang it, where's that? Where did... Huh? Huh. What is that truck? What is that? What is that thing? It's gonna bug me for the rest of the day now. What in God's name is that thing? It's, yeah, it might be custom made, dude. Maybe it was a custom made truck to tow the Saturn rockets. It's an M26 Dragon Wagon. M26 Dragon Wagon. Yeah, see, it was military. Definitely military. Oh, it's a tank transporter. Bro. We own 2 of them? Dude, this thing is cool. So they, you know, knowing the Apollo program, it was probably surplus World War II stuff and they just used it because if it can tow a tank, it can tow a Saturn V tank around. Yo, those things are cool, man. The M25 was a combination 6x6 armored heavy transport tank recovery tractor with companion 40-ton M15 trailer introduced into U.S. Army service in Europe in 1944-45, manufactured by Pacific Car and Foundry Co. Oh, it's a Packer. Ah. Yeah. Holy crap, wait, Packer's still around? Oh, they own Kenworth and Peterbilt and DAF. Oh, okay. I guess they are still around. Holy crap, dude. What the frick? Wait, I'm really confused. Why would you... It's daft. You're daft? What? How does that work? Showing wheel drive by chains. Wait. So this has one diff. It has one differential between the 2 hubs and a solid axle that's driven by chains. Hey, Bryce. That's a very strange way to do that. Yeah, Prairie, that's a very strange way to do that. Why not just direct drive the diff? For the torques. I mean, look at the reduction. Look at the reduction in gear right there. Holy balls, dude. This, yeah. What kind of engine would this thing have in it? Sorry, it's a little bit of a thing here. I just, it has a Hall Scott 440 gasoline engine that makes 240 horse. 240 horsepower for 1944 is a lot. That's a lot of horsepower. Wow. Yo, these things are cool, man. There's one right there. Yeah. It's a tank recovery vehicle. Why not use your tank recovery vehicle to pull your tanks around? How many of those were made? I don't know. I'm guessing that if there's no... Yeah, 28 miles an hour. Okay. Wait, it's a 4-speed by a 3-speed? Yo, it's got a 4-speed transmission and a 3-speed rear end. A 4-speed by 3-speed. There's 2 transmissions in this thing. Bro, that's cool, man. That thing is super cool. Look at that thing. Imagine the fuel efficiency. Prairie, this vehicle is what I like to call a smiles per gallon vehicle. Also, if anybody has a solution where hauling a tank doesn't get you 5 miles to the gallon, I'm all ears, man. You know? If somebody has a solution where hauling your tank around does get you good fuel economy, please. I'm all ears, brother. I'm all ears. That's cool. It's got 2 gear shifters. Dude. That's really cool. After 3 months of way too much studying on Sunday, you have your last check ride for the 737. Excited to finally fly a Boeing aircraft. That's cool, Natch. Very cool. Yeah, the Meteor. The Meteor is a tank engine. V12, 27 liters. 7.1 compression ratio, making 600 horse. I mean, that's a tank motor, dude. Electric. Yeah, okay. I want one. And I'll take the Sherman tank with it, too. I'm going to be that guy, aren't I? That guy that lives out in the middle of the woods with a bunch of trucks. With a bunch of cool old military equipment. That's going to be me, isn't it? God damn it. The guy that lives out in the woods with a bunch of trucks is literally that is like the equivalent of a cat lady. Ah, damn. Wherever I go, I hope Remo stays with me. I'm out, chat. I'm just some punk that lives in the woods with too many guns. And you're disappointed by it? Think of all the trucks. Your meow goes room. Indeed. Indeed. That's my goal. Evil bit. I'm kind of with you on that one. Oh my god. If you own a fallow field in the UK, the government will pay you to play with all of your military surplus toys. So the truck version of Burt Gummer. Hey, Burt Gummer had a really nice truck. He had a K5 4x4 Blazer. That's a nice truck. And you know Burt had the 4x4. I mean, he had the 454 in it. All right? All right. Hey. Let's see. See if we can find a picture. Where is it? See? See? Look. See? He had the K5, man. The K5 with the 4x4. That's a nice truck, boy. Get off my lawn. He also had a cannon. Yeah. That's why he has his cannon fuse. Duh. That's a nice truck, boy. Also, that M715 that... Actually, you know what's messed up? You know what's messed up? See that truck? The one that Val and Earl have? That M715? Those things go for a lot of money nowadays because they're super rare. Which is funny. They're super rare. And if you can find a mil-spec version, it costs even more. Last, what's up, C22? I think my image is of the tank leaving the building, but most of the NAA stuff is demolished at this point. Oh. Oh. Hold on a second here. You found the building in goggle maps? Yeah, no, this is it. This is Douglas, Seal Beach. Yep. And there's your S4B test cells. Oh, wait, no, that's a grain silo. Where's the vertical building? The vertical building should be here as well. They had a vertical test stand here. They had a vertical test stand. I'll bet you it was right there. Oh, no, there it is. It's behind it. It's behind this tank. That's it. That crane got... That is it. That's not a grain silo. That's the vertical test stand. And look at the crane. You know that crane's a crane from the Apollo era. That crane looks exactly like the cranes that are on the B2 test stand. Gotta go. Have a good one. All right, Prairie. Hey, good talking to you, brother. Thanks for the insight with the cranes, man. I appreciate it. I love learning that kind of stuff, dude. Because I like... It's like all the stuff that you need to make this happen. Like, you need cranes. You need people. You need trucks. Like, it's not just... They didn't just crap a rocket out of nowhere. That's the kind of stuff I like learning. Yep. That's the test chamber for the S4Bs. Where are we? Hold on. Let me back out. Let me go back into map view. Seal Beach. Ah. They demolished the building that the Saturn V third stages were built inside. Let me guess. Another mini mall. Yeah, this is, yep, Seal Beach. Yep, Huntington Beach. Yep, this is where Route 154 was. We were just down here. Oh, I was right over here. Oh, yeah, S2. Yeah, you're right. You can tell they built all this for it. And also, they built it by a road that could carry that damn thing to a port. Where would they have shipped that S2 out of? Let's see. Let's see if we can find the infrastructure for it. So, this road right here, it's graded. AT Road, whatever that is. Kitts Highway. It's got a train track next to it. Yeah, see how this road... See how this road has this stuff on the sides? It's graded. And so a graded road like that is designed to take weight. See this one? Not graded. See the difference? This one is designed for cars. This one is designed for something heavy. And I'll bet you that this road leads right to a heavy dock. Oh, it goes under PCH. God damn it. There it is. There it is. Yep, I'll bet you they towed it right out. Right out of here on Husey Road right there, or Hussey Road. And right down AT Road, right to the dock, and out. James Webb used that dock. Yep. Yeah, Ian, no doubt. There's a little bit of space archaeology right there. I'll bet you that Kit's Highway was built for the Apollo program. I'll bet you. It looks like it's going along train tracks, and they built it right next to the train tracks. And I'll bet you this entire dock was built for the Apollo program. I'll bet you. They probably roped the cost in. Did you work in logistics? No. No, I just like that stuff. Well, actually, technically I did. I worked on a loading dock, so yes. But actually, no. Yeah, they probably roped this into the Apollo program. This is part of the reason why the Apollo program had such a heavy price tag, because they needed to build the infrastructure for heavy manufacturing like that. It's too bad that the U.S. doesn't protect its historic heritage sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, Sir Toy, it is what it is. That's kind of how we roll, dude. Like, there's certain stuff that is protected, like the national parks, for instance. That's a really good idea. But it's kind of like, with just how we do things over here, it's like a blackboard, you know? Think about, chalkboard. You can write whatever you want on it, and then you can get rid of it, and you can just write something again. That's kind of how we roll. It's just, get over it, build something new, you know? It's a U.S. Navy dock that was in use from 1944 on, apparently. So, if that's the case, Thomas, here, let's go. If that's the case, let's take a look. C-22, let's do a little bit of research here for the last bit of space news. Let's do a little bit of research here. All right? So, that dock in Seal Beach, Thomas, where did you find out that the Anaheim Bay right here was a heavy dock? And it was in use from 1944 onward. Oh. Oh, here's it. Okay. Nope. This wasn't built for the Apollo program. Who knows? Thomas, I'll give you I'll give you 3 guesses what was going off of this dock during World War II. Nope, not subs. Munitions. See the berm? Munitions. Let's follow this road. Let's follow that road again. That heavy road may not have been put there for the Apollo program. Is there a munitions dump anywhere around? Bingo. Oh, gee, I wonder what's in these. Oh, geez. These train tracks all seem to go onto one spur line, and that spur line seems to go... Oh. Yep. Munitions. Whoa, jackpot. Yeah, that's a lot of splodies. Yep. So that was ordnance. This looks all still military. This is all Navy stuff. So now the question is, where's the ordnance factory? I'll bet you it was close. Where do those train lines go? Last. All right, Thomas. Well, I knew it was U.S. Navy from the ships that were there during James Webb's arrival and departure. Wiki gave the 1944 date. So it seems like they would have delivered this stuff via train because the tracks go right up into this loading area. They definitely loaded this via trains. So that still lends credence to the fact that this road may have been built, because that's still, look, it's a heavy road, heavy graded road. That thing's designed to carry weight, and where it's designed to carry weight, it still stops basically right here. See how that's just a road over there. Dude, I'm wondering if this was the ordnance factory where they built the Saturn. Give me 1 second. A guy who robbed 1.7 million from a bank 50 years ago has been found in a small town north of Boston. A small town north of Boston, Bryce. Charlestown. Yeah. Scroll the timeline back. I'm not sure that's going to teach us much. But yeah, there's all the buildings. Yep, there's the test stand. That's the S2 test stand. Son of a gun. Hired, what do you want me to see there? Yeah, drummer, I don't have an answer for that one. Yeah, that's right, Kelly. Yeah, this is 94. And it's all gone. Damn it. Could have converted the ordnance factory to a rocket facility. Well, the train tracks don't really line up with that, Zeppelin, but yeah, it seems like this was added retroactively. There's definitely a guard shack. Somebody did point that out. So this is military property, right? Let's take a look. Naval Weapons Station, Seal Beach. Interesting. Huh. There you go. So, the Apollo program used pre-existing military facilities. But, yeah, see? This is all an inlet manifold for ordnance here, and all the sidings go in the same direction. They go this way. So I'm genuinely wondering where these tracks go. I'll bet you, well, it doesn't look like there's tracks there anymore. There was. And there was a bridge right there, too. That's long gone. But they kept the right-of-way, which is strange. And some of the bridges? I grew up there? Really, Evil Rays? Flooding? Well, this is a train track right away. It seems like, I'll bet you the Navy is paying to keep that. Oop, I broke it. Let's see. So it goes around this, whatever that building is. So whatever was here predates where the railroad lines were. So that's whatever construction was in the place of this distribution house, it was there before 1944, right? And that line banks off of this line, which is, yeah, interesting. Well, the NAA facility is on the Navy base. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, very, very, very cool. The trail goes dead right there for the most part. But the right-of-way is still there. They probably kept it in case they need it. Hayes, what's up, dude? 62-month resub. That's a huge ordnance facility, man. Yeah, Tessa, I would go ahead and guess that the munitions plant was probably here in this area. That's just a guess, though. Yeah, that's definitely that. See that road? That's not a coincidence, man. That road goes right to the dock. It follows the train tracks. Cool. Cool beans. So that's where this is, guys, what we're looking at is where the Saturn V second stages were made. They demolished the buildings, unfortunately. They basically saying this is so cool. Yeah, Sertoid, this is cool stuff. I like doing these dives into some spaceflight archaeology, because once again, it's very easy to tell that is a graded out road that's designed for heavy things. And it's no secret that the graded out road that's designed for heavy things stops right where the Saturn V second stage facility was. Gee, I wonder why. I'll bet you it has something to do... No, not with Burt Gummer. I'll bet you it has something to do with that road needed to transport that. Yeah, that is a little bit on the large side. Ghosts. That's a Saturn V second stage, dudes. Yeah, you need something heavy. You need a heavy road to be able to run this. If this thing went on a regular road, it would sink. It would literally, the road would collapse under the weight. Actually, C22, this looks like a test article. If I'm looking at this right, I'll bet you it's a test article. Well, more info on the NAA facility. All right, let's take a look. Boop. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. In this picture, they're dragging the stages down Seal Boulevard. Wait a minute. That heavy road is over there. You work for CN? Oh, that's cool, Ryo. And that right-of-way could get left here because the railroad company's contracts with telecommunications and power companies to run cabling near the tracks, and it could still be there. Ryo, I believe you. Let me put it to you like this. I've never heard anybody make a good case for getting rid of a railway's right-of-way. Ever. Ever. Make it a bike trail or something. EJ, look up the Weldon Springs site. It's a radioactive dump that you live next to? Hey, Shikama. Hello, my favorite smart guy that I don't have to dumb down my speech to talk to. Thank you. See, in this picture, they're rolling down this road. Where does this road lead? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Fellas. Look. More heavy graded road. And a turning facility. That's right next to that damn dock. Wait a second. I don't think they used that road. This must have been for something else. The Navy must have made that for something else, dude. Because if you look at this picture, they're going down this boulevard right here. And the train tracks where that guard shack is right there. You can see it in this picture. Oh. Boing. That's the old North American building. Boeing bought North American in the 80s or something. The administrative building is still there. That's the North American building. They built the support building across the street from where they were making them. Bingo. Good job, Thomas. Oh. I put it. Cargo carried S2 and S4B. Look, right there. See that? There's the heavy dock. See? Okay, it wasn't that road. So I would have lost my bet. If you bet this road over here, that has the turnaround area so you could basically turn to the right and then back the stage into the ship, that was correct. There you go. And that is definitely a heavy dock. Now, let me see something. I want to take a look. Oh, there's your problem. They couldn't use that road. I don't think the S4B and an S2 is going to fit under that. And look at the architecture of that bridge. The architecture of that bridge, it's concrete pillars. 40s. Maybe even the 50s. I wonder if we can see the cornerstone. Let's take a look. Oh, they redid it. The image doesn't match. Interesting. Oh. Oh, hello. Huh. Oh, hi. Yep, they had to go around this bridge. Yep, they had to go around it. Well, hello there. But yeah, it's definitely concrete. I don't think there's any cornerstone. Usually bridges at the very end right here, it depends on who built it. They usually have a date code right here on the end where you can see when it was made. Like a cornerstone for a building. Looks like that Burke is getting some ordnance loaded in. In the infrastructure bill, are they going to redo all those bridges to allow trucks to go under? Shikama, I don't know. I haven't read the entire infrastructure bill. I'm working on it. The only reason I have any business reading that thing is because I'm curious to where the funding for NASA is going. Because there is some NASA funding in that thing. There's also a lot of other things in there that I have no idea about, and I'm staying in my lane on this one. I don't know. You haven't read 1,600 pages? I've read about 700 of them. I'm 700 pages deep and have not found one thing about NASA. Yeah. Trains have been and always will be the cheapest way to move large commodities across land. Absolutely, Ryo. I mean, look at Canada and the U.S.'s freight. You know, Europeans harp on us all the time. Well, you don't have passengers. Bro, the freight service is where it's at. You still got 900 to go. Yep. How about tax breaks for rich people? Any of that? For the reals, I'm not really a poli-sci guy, dude, so I'm not, like, there's a lot of stuff in there that I just don't understand. I'll be honest. And once again, you'd need somebody with a poli-sci degree to evaluate some of this stuff. The space policy stuff I know. That's a realm of political science that I'm very good at. They put lots of pork in. Sometimes, like, I don't know. Like, why do you think all the freight rail companies abandon passenger service? There's no money in it. Yeah, Mile, you ain't kidding. Go back in the street view. There's a tag on there that says Naval Ammo Depot 5565. Yeah. The Red Atlas? What is this, C-22? It's in Russian. There it is. There's Seal Beach. Anaheim. There's Anaheim. Yeah, my pick that says Anaheim Bay. That's cool. Oh, that's neat. What are they? Huh. What do they have for the? Yeah, see, nothing. Volsa Avenue. Yeah, What's the fish, my pick? It's a... Oh, Avenue. Like Soyuz. Ah. So A-V-E-N-U. Avenue. Got it. So this is the Russians' map of the area. Look at this. Morsko? Huh. Secret agent man. Can you imagine being the guys that mapped this, looking at this and going, Jesus, everybody has their own house? What the hell's that about? Man, even for the 60s and the 70s, this is still super developed. What's more? So that's M-O-R-S-K-O, Morsko. What's the backwards S? Marine Weapons Base. I mean, they weren't wrong. A lot of that in the 60s and 70s was base housing. But the G is pronounced... The G is pronounced as a V in this word. Okay. Drop nuke here. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that the Soviets probably didn't have an interest in this area. It's a cursive R. It's interesting that they didn't have any of this labeled. You'd think they would have been like, okay, they're building the Apollo program is right there. The backwards S is the letter G, yet it reads Morskovo. Maritime, yeah. Baza Boino Morskovo Orusi. How big is... Wow. Wait a minute. This is Anaheim. So, Anaheim. That's literally, yeah, that says Anaheim in Russian. So, let me get my bearings. There's the highway. What did it... Yes! Dude! Oh, that's awesome. Yo, they knew. Holy crap. So if you don't know what that says, D-I-S Disneyland. That's awesome. Disneyland. Bro, they have the Frontierland River. This is awesome. That's hilarious, man. And then, what do we got over here? Hold on. Why do they keep Fun Park next to base? It does not make sense. Air Force Base? That is Aerodrome plus... No. Ros. Right? Los? Yeah, that's an L. I get the L and the N confused. Or, well, L and P, I guess. That does say Alamos. Huh. Interesting. Is there more of this? That's cool, man. This is pretty neat. Whoa, what's that? VMS Aerodrome? Last for more. All the maps. Oh. Oh dear. They have a Boston map? This is strange, man. Whoa, that's the South Shore. That's weird. Hang 'em. What the hell is this? That's weird, man. Dude, there's Route 3. Oh my, okay. There's Route... Do they... Wait, hold on. Bro, that's very strange. That's very, very strange. Yo, they even have the quarries. Quincy. That's weird, man. Quincy. Yeah. Jesus. This is very peculiar. Okay, so what do they have the Four River Shipyard labeled as? Hold on. It's very weird, my pick. I mean, but let's not sit here and assume that the U.S. does not have something like this. I'll bet you we still have ours, right? Like, duh. Mind stopping up in Lowell? Yeah, sure. So Boston, we want to go northwest. Yo, that's weird. Brookline. Newt. Yeah, it's roll, right? Cambridge. Belmont. Oh, this is strange, dude. Somerville. Yo, that's weird. That's very strange. This is very uncanny valley, man. It doesn't have all the way up to It doesn't go up to Lowell. We had you figured out. Would this have been made from satellite photos? Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, they even got the train tracks. Man, that's weird. Hang on, let me look at something. Yep. Oh. Not right. Nickerson Field that's not correct. I'll tell you right now, that's not correct. Unless this map is pre-1953, that's not right. I mean, that's probably it. Bill, they probably just sent somebody over there to just go grab a map at a store. Probably would have been the right thing to do. Yep, Brookline, there you go. That's very weird. Cambridge Center. Somerville. That's very strange. Some of the maps note what specific factories make and the shift times. Can't get that from a satellite. Yeah, see? Look at this. I know what this is, and if you're from Boston, you know what this is, and you can be damn sure that they know what this is. Anyone? A sausage factory. That's right. What is it? That's the Watertown Arsenal. Once upon a time, it's a strip mall now because America. This is where the Watertown Arsenal was, a huge munitions building, munitions factory. So let me think. Where are the other? Here, let me back this out. Let's go northeast. Let's see what. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look. So the reason they would have mapped out Boston in the 70s is because Boston had a huge Navy base. Huge Navy base. And look. Yep, it's all mapped out. Yep. Yeah, it's actually mapped out pretty dang. That's pretty freaking accurate. Yep. Dock. Dry dock right there. One of the biggest dry docks on the East Coast. The Navy still uses that. 164 right there. Still use it. Because there's no dry dock that's bigger. At least they named the mall Arsenal. Yeah, right. Is it in Fallout? I don't think so. What is this? That's the Sumner and the Callahan Tunnel. It's very weird. Yeah. Yeah, those are there. Yeah, I mean those were there. They built those in the 40s. But here's the shipyard, right? That was the Charlestown Navy Yard, and that's exactly what that says. There you go. Tonelli, yep. Where's the Blue Line Tunnel? That's the Blue Line Tunnel, and then the Sumner and the Callahan Tunnel are right there. See the two parallels? They did 2 bores for those tunnels. Those tunnels are still there, and the Blue Line Tunnel is still there. The reason why they put the tunnels here is because the harbor is a lot shallower right there. And they have the markers to prove that. This is weird, man. This is very uncanny. North Station. There's the locks for the Charles River. Museum of Science is right there. That's very... Dude, they got this down to the channel indicators. There's Castle Island. Ah, hell yeah. Fort Independence. Cool. Castle Island. That's cool. Yeah, that's the channel. That channel's still there. Yeah, Jim, this is very weird. So, Aerodrome, Boston Logan. Boston Logan, dude, that's weird, man. Yeah, exactly, my pick. They tried to make letters work because some of the pronunciations are different. I find that very funny. East Boston right there. Literally, I-S-T, East Boston. That's funny. This is very amusing. East Boston. Eto Boston. What are the numbers on the water depth? Well, that's meters. This is that's a meter depth. I mean, in the U.S. it would be in feet. Dude, they even got the man. Do they have the lighthouses? Yeah, of course they have the lighthouses. Yep, that's the channel. The channel comes in from the north, and then it turns right because you can't come in over here. There's too much stuff in the way. There's too many rocks. Yep, they got the lighthouses. Wow, when did Logan have this runway layout? 70s. This is nuts, man. Yep. See all these circles? Those are all oil tanks. Yo. There's no Tobin Bridge in this map. The Tobin Bridge isn't there. That's weird, man. How old is this? This is a really old freaking map. Like, really old. Yo, where's 93? 93 isn't even there. Yo, this is... Okay. Yeah, but that's not what the... Yeah, I guess it is. It's throwing me for a loop because Boston, we redid in the late 90s, well, in the 90s, they redid all of this. This is all different. This does not look like this. This is the old road map. Like, this is an old road map. This does not look like this no more. Boston is from 79. Yeah. Yeah, so our road system was a freaking mess. South Boston, right there. This is very strange. Can you imagine being the guys that mapped this? Like, once again, I'll bet you there's American maps of Russia and everything is in English, and it's probably equally confused. Winthrop. That's weird, man. This is very strange. Everett. Yo. That's funny. Brevier. There should be an H at the end. It's Riviere, guy. They even got the horse racing track. They got Suffolk Downs right there. That's very weird, man. That's very weird. Oh, no, wait. Suffolk Downs is right there. Wait a minute. What the hell is that? Yeah, there's Suffolk Downs. The old horse racing track. Yep, Suffolk Downs. There it is. Suffolk Downs? Downs? Yeah, there's a Y in there. Downs. What's the matter, guys? You don't have a W? No. That one's an old dog racing track up there. Suffolk Downs. I thought Suffolk Downs was horses, man. I never went, dude. I don't live on this side. I live over here. You might go and see Dart down at Vandenberg. Yep. Cool. Charlestown. Charlestown. That's very strange. Bunker Hill. That's no Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill. That's very, very weird. Where's Vault 111? It would have been up north. Bitcoin Hill. Hey, Funky Flex. All right, so yeah, okay, I already said that. The maps may be created in 79, but they're made of an amalgamation of different intelligence from different Cold War decades. Once in a while, specific things will be super out of date. Yeah, they got Braves Field all out of date, which is weird. But, yeah, it was a football stadium by then. That's very peculiar. C22, thanks for showing me this. That's really neat. What's that picture, Fozzie? I'm gonna bookmark that site. Hang on. Yep, that's my city. This is old. This is very old. Let me look at the picture. I bet you I can date this picture without looking at the year. I know my city. So, Copley Plaza's not there yet. Where's Fenway? There's Fenway Park right there. And then, actually, no. Yeah, that's the fence. That's Fenway Park right there. Alston. There's the railroad bridge. Wow, this is very different. Jeez, this city, though. Man. That's very strange. Suffolk Drive is there. Or Sturrow Drive, excuse me. I get that wrong. The West End is still there, so no MGH. Boston Garden's there. The old Boston Garden is there. There's the North End. So, yeah, 93... 93 isn't, yeah, they didn't, it wasn't there in this picture yet. The clock tower's there, so this is sometime late 40s, early 50s, I would say. South Station still goes all the way to the Fort Point Channel. Look at how big it is. And there's no highway in the South End. So yeah, this is pre 93, so this is pre Mass Pike. So there's no I-90 in this picture. So, Crystal Science Building's still there. Let me take a look. I'd guess like 51, 52, somewhere around there from this picture. What are we doing today? Kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole here, but it's cool. It's a cool rabbit hole. Oh. 53. Nice. 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 Wait, there was an elevated train that went through the North End? Oh, the Green Line. Whoa. Yep, the old Green Line. There's Causeway Street. Yeah, the Green Line had a station that they built specifically for the Garden. That's where the Bruins played. And that's where the Bruins and the Celtics played for like 80 years, and then they built a new stadium right here. It said 30s in the top left. 1930. Wow, was that, man. Wait, but then what's this? No, that wasn't built in the 30s, man. That clock tower was built in the 40s. No. Unless I'm really, really misremembering something. It was built in the 40s. It was built in the 1840s. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's where I was remembering that from. Yeah, the original building was constructed in 1837 through 1847, and then they put the tower on it in 1915. Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Wrong century. That's fine. Hey, I got one of the... okay, a year has 4 numbers, all right? I got 3 of them right. I just didn't get the second one right, okay? It's close enough. All right. Anyway, C22, that was fun. That was a fun little thing. What do you guys want to do now? It's 8:15. Right decade, wrong century. 2 out of 4 is pretty good. I got 3 out of 4. I got the first digit right, too. Okay, it was just 18, not 19. I had KSP up on the docket here, guys. Electron launch photos. Ooh. I want more recovery photos, man. We need more recovery photos. Dude, I like this. Dude, that deep dive for the S2 thing, C22, that's cool. We should do more stuff like that. In fact, you know what would be, that's a good idea for a YouTube video. The logistics of the Apollo program. That's a really good idea. Ooh, C22, we should do that. Hasn't that been done before? Well, sure. Of course, weather guy. KSP need... I'm not sure what we're going to do in KSP because I have no freaking money. Well, I suppose we'll pick up the pieces. Well, I did that yesterday, but... figure it out. That was a fun deep dive, man. I actually really enjoyed that. We should look up, like, people have done the logistics of the Apollo program, but they haven't, like, done it down to the street like that. That would be really cool. Remember, launch is scheduled for midnight with the cast starting at 11. My favorite part of Apollo is how they just made the tools they needed, like Super Guppy. Bill? I understand what you're saying. I agree with you. You know the Super Guppy's off the shelf, right? That's an off-the-shelf component, believe it or not. Aerospace lines, dude. But that tank transporter vehicle moving around the stages, there you go. What about a Route 154 trip to some of these Apollo sites? Oh, that's a really good idea, too.